welcome to the Bomb Squad, guys. I know it's no longer Halloween, so we've done all the Halloween ones. If you missed them, go check them out. We did Gateway Horror, and also we did a deep dive about politics and horror. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Andrew, I want to know more. I want to talk more about politics in this day and age. Well, your wish has been granted. Okay.
Yeah, it's a small subject these days.
I love that it doesn't permeate every single aspect of my life.
I know what you're thinking. More politics for me, bub.
Yeah, we have
welcome
one
to the Bomb
podcaster
Squad.
in Portland, one in Chicago. It's everywhere.
And one of them who's being targeted by ICE everywhere I go.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Bomb Squad, guys. Anyway, so we did Halloween. So for November, we're going to change things up. It's going to be Sci-Fi September. No, everyone calls it Sevember for Sci-Fi November. And so we're starting off with the sequel of a movie coming out this week. Our first 2 weeks are going to be super relevant. What? Now we're hitting that. Now we're lighting this thing on fire. I don't know. What's the saying? Now we're cooking with fire. But before we reveal what movie is coming out
with gas.
and what movie we're discussing, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Go watch my movies and I'll stop doing these. Anyway, we'll see you in a second. Thank you so much for joining us on the Bomb Squad. Please give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support our channel, other than that, the best way to do it right now is to watch our movies. We have the boxing documentary Humble Spirits. We have the Mexploitation thriller Borderland about missing cartel money. Those movies are both on Tubi. Also on Tubi and Screambox, you can watch the zombie drama, The Last Ones. And of course, The Empty Space, a cosmic horror about grief and loneliness. We hope you enjoy those movies. Tell us what you think if you do watch them. And of course, you can always follow my other YouTube page, which is my shorts page, to see some short films. Or just join us here. Thank you so much again, and please keep supporting the channel. All right, guys, welcome back to the Bomb Squad. Everyone gets really quiet when I cut to a commercial, even though we don't really cut.
There's really no reason to, yeah.
But it's about the experience. We're living it. You're living it. So welcome to the Bomb Squad. As you know, this week is the release of the new movie Predator Badlands, which is the new Predator. Predator franchise is alive again like never before. I know what you're saying. Should we be releasing a Predator every year? It feels like too many. But it's not what Fox says. Fox says, please go watch our movies because we're losing money.
It worked for Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is killing it right now. That's why we're all watching Tron 2 next weekend. Oh, we didn't even do Tron. It shouldn't have been in October. Anyway, Predator Badlands is out this week. And so we decided, I know what you're thinking too, because this is what Josh was thinking, that we're the Bomb Squad and we cover the worst one. So of course we would do Aliens versus Predator. But no, we gotta work our way there. And so we're gonna knock it out starting today. We're also not going to do them in order, like we're not doing it next week, but we will eventually cover them all. But starting today, and the way they're releasing Predator movies, we're going to be doing it every 2 months. Starting today, we're covering Predator 2. I'm trying to get William to laugh, and he's just staring at me. There's no emotions on his face. Yeah. So we're doing Predator 2 today. The hit sequel. Actually, it's not a hit. So that is the thing. It is a Bomb Squad entry. For a long time, Predator 2 was considered so bad. It was this is one of the worst sequels. And then recently, when Robert Rodriguez was let me get into the ring, there's been kind of a relook on it. People like it a lot more now, or talk about the good qualities more than the bad qualities. But for a moment, I mean, it was a kind of a big bomb. It did kill the Predator franchise for quite a long time. Which is funny because something that happened at the end also was a huge one of those Hollywood when are they going to make this movie things like Freddy versus Jason, and so it's just a weird movie in cinema history. But that's what we're talking about. So it is directed by Stephen Hopkins, who's done 1 billion movies. He started on Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I think.
I think 5.
Yes, 5.
I thought it was the Dream Warriors.
No, that's
I've never heard that. I didn't know there was a 5.
Yeah, no, there's 9 of them.
Well, I'm gonna look it up now.
So he did, he did Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child,
yes.
which is also considered one of the worst sequels, but also As the Nightmare on Elm Street contrarian, I'm gonna disagree because it has some of the coolest deaths. It is very boring. Judgment Night, which we'll cover eventually. Blown Away, which would be kind of cool to cover. I remember watching that movie at a drive-in, and it was not very good. The Ghost in the Darkness, Lost in Space, and the last. But now he kind of works mostly in TV. The last movie he did was The Reaping with Hilary Swank, which was another movie.
What hath
that,
God wrought?
Yeah, that was another one. There was like a huge bomb that like kind of killed Hilary Swank's career for a little bit. So like just to be clear, we used to have directors who would make the worst Freddy, the worst Predator, and ruin Hilary Swank's career. So this guy is knocking it out of the park.
And then he made 24, or at least helped.
He helped make 24, and I mean also like I like a lot of his movies. Judgment Night's another movie we'll cover eventually. Ghost in the Darkness is weird, but it's interesting. Even
Lost in Space, that was a big like childhood film.
Yeah, we'll cover
everybody
Lost in
was about
Space
that
too.
one. Yeah.
We'll cover Lost in Space too, so I can go over my dad's disappointment watching that film. But yeah, so now we're coming to Predator 2. And so Predator 2 is the alien hunter from Predator. He's come back. A different one has come back to hunt, and this time he's in the city of Los Angeles. Also, one of the cool things about this movie is it starts off because in the first one they make a big deal out of how hot it is, and so in this one they start off by saying that LA is like getting a huge heat wave. Oh, and by the way, this movie was made in 1990, but that is not when the movie takes place. The movie takes place in the far future of 1997.
Right,
So
and you
now-
can tell by
Yeah,
all
that's
the different
right.
artifacts they added to the city, which
Yeah.
I only learned about once I read the Wikipedia article. That it was in the
Very
future.
subtle. Well,
I
what is funny about this is that it actually does like a fake out, so somehow you're going into this totally blind. It opens on like palm trees and it's like jungle,
Yeah,
and then it sweeps up to the city. So you're like, oh, Predator
Yeah.
2, another jungle. Oh, it's the urban jungle this time.
yeah, it's the concrete jungle.
Yeah.
And so yes, so now that I've kind of set up the world, I'll tell you my thoughts. But I've been talking for a while, so let's hear the guys. What did you? Is this you? You guys have both seen this movie before, right?
I think I had seen this like one other time, and kind of like Lost Boys last time, like I forgot everything about it. And all I knew is that you both didn't like this movie that much, and we'll get into it, but I will say this is like the most 80s action movie maybe
Yeah.
ever made.
Yeah.
Like this is just everything 80s ramped up to 10, and for better or for worse, I mean, I was riveted.
Yeah,
Some
I
parts
will
were less
say-
riveting, but it was like it's it's a weird movie. We'll get into
Oh well,
it. Oh my god.
let's get
No,
Josh's
yeah, it
opinion, and then I'll
is
go.
it is crazy, and I almost feel like maybe the reason I used to be so down on it, and actually this happened every time I watched it until this one, is that I watch it right after Predator 1, and I do basically Predator 1 is like a
Yeah.
perfect film, like there's
Right.
like everything is
fat.
just like
yeah.
it's just like completely 5 stars easy, but then you watch this and you're like, well, this is like kind of ridiculous. But if you just watch this on its own,
Yeah.
like, you know, kind of divorced from that, you're like, oh, it is like really like good. It's like a fun time. It's like
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's probably the second best Predator movie.
Here's I think Prey is the second best. Prey is really good.
It's been a minute since
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen
Prey. Prey was good.
But here's the thing about, and I don't know, it's hard to decide because the cool thing about Predator is, I mean, kind of similar to Alien, although it's much less noticeable, is that every movie looks and feels so different than the other ones, for better and for worse, you know? And I think like it's a very particular thing with Predator sequels because it depends on how soon I've watched the first Predator.
Right.
Because if it's too close, then I'm comparing it too much to the first Predator. But also, if I haven't watched the first Predator in a while, I will compare it to the first Predator, which is kind of what I did this time. And it doesn't, I mean, there's very few movies that compare to the first Predator. It's so good.
Yeah.
And so in comparison, it's not as good, but on its own, it's really cool. And we'll talk about it in a second, but there's a lot of stuff they add. And it's like, you think about, it's the thing more so that the Predator's kind of limited, you know, in what you can do with him.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I think that we're doing way too many sequels because we're gonna run out of things. But I think this is like the smartest logical conclusion to what's gonna happen. To make a sequel to the Predator, you know.
Yeah, no, I would agree, and I almost feel like the bad version of this, because this happens a lot with like horror or action sequels, is it's just the same movie again but worse.
Yeah.
Like recently, I watched all the Reanimators, and
Yeah.
the first one's at the school. The second one starts in a jungle, and then in 10 minutes later they go back to the school, and the movie's just at the school again. And then the third one's finally at a prison. You're like, oh, it's nice to see you like change just the setting, just so you can like see how they react to this like new thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it would not be interesting to see another Predator in the jungle movie, but I think that's what
Right.
you know.
Right.
And I think that's kind of why Prey might have been like the most successful sequel. Although, I mean, I've kind of been more limited knowledge on the series. But I mean, Prey is like very much in the jungle, and it's like Prey and Predator One are like total survival films. It's kind of like
Right.
one
Right.
person versus this crazy predator, and we'll get into it. But this one's a little more big, and like the plot is bigger, and I
It's
think
like a
that
cop
that's
movie, yeah.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that might be wherein some Predator sequels are flawed. I don't want to give too much
Yeah.
away before we get into it, but that's kind of like
Yeah.
why I think
Well,
this one
and
might suffer more than the others.
let's get in. So it starts off, and there's a gang war. So there's the Colombians and the Jamaicans, and they're having a war. And if you think that it's even a little bit culturally sensitive, you are wrong.
It is.
Um,
It is. It's
the-
literally. This
As
is.
hell.
It's like the Grand Theft Auto version of LA because it's just
Yeah.
like open warfare on the streets,
Yeah.
and there's literally a shopkeeper who runs by screaming that they shot up his tamale steamer.
Yeah.
And you're like, don't.
and then
Don't do that.
there's a guy who's like in every movie as a Mexican guy, and he's like, "Hey, take this, you fucking pendejos!" And he's like shooting double machine guns
Yeah,
and shit.
it's the double.
It's like,
Uzi
fuck
Solis.
yeah, I love this. This is amazing. And then so like,
Yeah,
here's
it
a
starts off with a bang.
here's another funny thing. So it's actually two things. This is trivia. So originally this movie was supposed to star Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the idea was that he goes like after he did military stuff, he decides to retire and become a cop in LA. And so this character is supposed to be Arnold. And the funny thing is that when it started, they had made a deal with Dark House to write the comic book version of this, but then Arnold dropped out because at the time he said he didn't want to do any sequels. And so instead of Dark House like changing it to Danny Glover, um, they just changed his name, but it clearly looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's like, so if you want to read what the original idea was, this with Arnold, just go read the original DC comic, and his name is like Lance Hendrick or something. It's like something dumb.
It's
Also,
funny that
right.
Before I
wanna be in a
continue,
sequel, though, and then
I
one year
know.
later, he's in literally the biggest action movie. Of
well,
all time.
I mean,
You know?
but there's also a big difference between being asked by Stephen
James
Hopkins,
Cameron.
not even the same
Right.
director as the first one, and being asked by James Cameron, who's literally
true.
never made a bad movie. I haven't seen The Abyss. But before I go on,
pretty
I
good.
forgot to do this.
All right.
So this movie stars Danny Glover is the new lead. Kevin Peter Hall returns to play the Predator. Gary Busey is in this movie.
yes.
Can we call the Predator the Yautja to respect their?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Maria
What?
Conchita
Hold on,
Alonso.
what is that?
It's
That's like
Yautja.
their
They
comic
call them
book
that in
name.
the comics.
Oh.
It's so dumb. Yeah, it's-
Perfect.
They had
Oh.
to be like, what would they call each other, not predators? So that's what they
Yautja.
came up with.
And it's
Yautja,
also like
yeah.
this movie. This is how you know this movie's crazy, because it has Morton Downey Jr. as like
Yes!
a main character. It's like, okay, and if you know who Morton
Yeah.
Downey Jr. is, it's Robert Downey Jr.'s dad, of course. But he was also a very specific personality. It's like having Howard Stern in your movie, or I guess like having Hassan in your movie, kind of playing a version of Hassan for you zillennials. And of course, it stars one of the greatest actors of all time, Bill Paxton, in his this is his third of fighting the Terminator, the Predator, and the Alien. And
I did not
he's
know he was
0
going to
for
be in
2 right
this.
now.
I had forgotten
Really?
about that. And when he came on, I was just like, I was watching this last night, like
Yeah,
11 o'clock, and I was just like, dude, I am so in this right now. You have no idea. I
yeah,
got the Buse, I've got the packs. This is out of this world.
yeah. And
Re-
then and
real
so
real quick though,
yeah,
Morton Downey Jr. is not the father of Robert Downey Jr.
is he
That's
not?
Robert Downey Sr., a different guy.
Oh yeah,
I say that because Morton Downey Jr. was kind of the Alex Jones of his day.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Which is weird because he had like done the Alex Jones stuff when this movie was made. So it's like casting Alex Jones just before Sandy Hook. You're like, oh, that's weird. It's like
Right.
not even
yeah.
like Waking Life Alex Jones.
Yeah, I
Where
was
he's
gonna say
like
Waking
kind
Life,
of on
yeah.
the fringe. It's like, oh,
Well,
after everyone knows he's like a psychopath. You know?
Yeah.
that's why I was. That's why I mean, I use very specific names. That's why I said Howard Stern, and then I said Hassan. These people were
Howard
very
Stern's like a
strong.
nice guy.
Is Hassan some kind of? Is he like a guy,
Is
crazy guy?
Though.
Well, he's
Like,
more like he's super. I mean, he's just kind of a dumb political guy.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say like the other one, Destiny. I guess would be another one. Just
I
a
only-
very outspoken, annoying guy. Alex Jones is the best.
an extremist guy. But Alex Jones before he was as crazy as he is now, but like
Yeah.
when he was already kind
Pre
of right
pre Ozempic Alex Jones. But anyway, let's get into the movie.
Yeah.
'Cause it's 15 minutes. Um,
The fringe
and so it
politicians
starts
aside.
off in the gang war, and then like here's the thing, and it's so funny, like just the difference in the characters. So we like are introduced to Danny Glover because he like drives a car into the conflict, and it's just like he kind of drives a car, and then he kind of like aims and shoots at some guys, and then like there's even a part where he like jumps down and he's like, "Hey guys, hey shitheads, turn
Yeah,
around," and they
yeah.
turn around. But then he like shoots them, but then he only shoots like one guy, and then he has to hide behind a car. And like,
just has
let
the
me-
pistol. Yeah.
let me remind you, in the original Predator, the way that Arnold is introduced is a helicopter lands, and then the biggest, strongest guys you've ever seen in your whole life get out of the helicopter, and then there's just one guy left who's bigger than all of them, and he's smoking a cigar, and you only see his silhouette, and you just see how like his arm is as big as the entire helicopter. And then he
Yeah.
goes and like he shakes hand, and they're having like it's just two biceps
It's like it's
having
the
a
thing,
tug
right?
of war. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
a Dylan,
son
you
of a
son of a bitch.
See-
And so, in
Iconic.
comparison, it's
So
like
good.
it's a very subdued introduction to our new hero.
Well, it's
I mean,
almost
to be
like
fair, it's a crazy shootout. There's lots of squibs.
it is,
Yeah, like-
but
the action is
he has
cool.
very
It's
little.
somehow not
Yeah.
as cool than that,
It's-
though. I agree.
it's a weird
Yeah.
structure because Predator One's almost like ominous with how much like it almost like starts like it's like slowly
Yeah.
leading you there.
Right.
Predator Two
You don't know about the Predator yet.
starts crazier than most movies like end. Like
Yeah.
it's like
At all.
the first I think it's literally the first 10 minutes is just this shootout with no context.
Yeah.
Just people screaming and shooting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
you know?
It's also like it's so funny because they put it in 1997 and 1992. I mean, I guess the Rodney King riots had happened already, but like this
Right.
also happened to Demolition Man. Which takes place in 1999. I think it was shot in 1993, where the directors, the action movie directors, just assumed that in about not even a decade into the future, LA was just going to be riots constantly 24/7.
Right. And have a better downtown. that
Yeah.
was actually interesting to be in.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. When me and William lived there, that's also the experience we had. We were
Yeah.
constantly in gang fights.
I was
many
gonna say,
rights.
would you guys
Yeah.
have traded a much cheaper rent, but then there's gunfights on your block every day? It seems like a decent
Uh-huh.
trade-off, you know.
I mean, rent was a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, so then the bad guys like retreat, and they get into their building, and then like they're like, "Hey, the sheriff said don't go in there or something." Danny Glover's like, "I'm a good cop," and so they sneak in. But then it cuts to the things, and there's the greatest line of all time where they're all like getting the most amount of guns you've ever seen in your whole entire life.
Yeah.
And then the guy with the two machine guns, he gets the machine gun, and then he does a bunch of coke.
Out of a
And then
thing,
he
like
goes-
a scarab or something.
Yeah, out of like a big thing. I don't even know. And then he goes, "The scorpion is ready."
Yeah,
And then the predator just drops down and murders all of them.
yeah,
It-
yeah.
Oh,
that
by
was
the
funny.
way, also these guys like it. And when we say there's a gang war, we don't just mean like they're shooting at each other, because one of the Colombians has a little rocket launcher that he's just shooting randomly into
Yeah,
the
that's what-
crowd.
Right.
So
There's
this
what I'm
is
saying.
no
It's
respect for life.
yeah, and it's like if this happened in real life, it would be the biggest story of all time, and like everyone in that city would go to jail, you know.
Yeah.
But this is just a normal day in 1997.
this. It takes
Yeah.
place in the Den of Thieves universe, where a bank
Yeah.
is robbed every 45 minutes in LA. So that's,
Yeah,
that's what's
exactly.
happening.
They're behind
And
us.
so Danny Glover like chases them to the roof. It's one guy left. It's the machine gun guy,
Yeah, it's the cool guy.
and he's all like,
Yeah.
"Ah!" And then he sees something and he shoots at it, and it's a predator. We know it's a predator.
Right.
And Danny Glover shoots him because he raises his gun in the same direction. And then Danny Glover like immediately sees the predator because he's like looking
he's
away, and then
clear.
he turns
Yeah.
around. Yeah, and he sees a predator right away. And it's like also, if you're just listening to the audio of this, I'm making the motion. So get on
Yeah.
YouTube and see what I'm doing.
He's aiming.
Or just imagine. Yeah, I could be doing anything. I could be dancing.
Yeah.
And so he sees a predator, and then they're all like, "What was that?" And so that's essentially the plot: is that the predator is in L.A. He's looking for this thing. Danny Glover is like trying to stop a gang war, and he doesn't realize that the predator's coming. And so that's pretty much the plot. Also, here's the thing that's happened in every Predator, and like in this one, it's kind of novel, but they keep doing it, and I don't understand. This is the first Predator. Like the difference between this Predator and the one from Part One is apparently this Predator is younger and more inexperienced,
Yeah.
which is
Makes-
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
But then every single Predator after this is also younger and less experienced. Like, why can't we
he
fight a
seemed pretty
regular
much
Predator?
The same to
now?
me.
I know he
I
does.
mean, they're all kind of tricked in
Yeah.
movie ways.
He was
but
pretty
I
good
do
at what
think,
he
like,
did.
Well, I mean, it's like squashing bugs. Of course, everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
good at it.
don't you like get
No,
the
I believe
sense
you.
though
I just
that
have
like
no. I don't have
Yeah.
enough knowledge.
like in the
There's
first,
a couple of parts where I'm like,
That's
no, that was a
funny.
dumb move. What are you doing?
well,
Yeah.
the first it's supposed to, like, to me, and I don't, the movie never says this, but I assume it's like, oh, he doesn't get the like Predator code of honor yet, because he's always attacking people who are already in like a different gunfight, you know, like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's never like,
he's not
where-
really hunting them. He like
yeah,
jumps in
That-
the middle and he'll like shoot the like. So the next scene is that we cut to
He
the most
doesn't know.
gratuitous
This is what
sex
we're really
scene of all
getting.
time.
This is the most important part. Yes, I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
When we get to it.
And we're in a tower, and we're in like it's just a long period of these two having sex.
it's a
And then the
showgirls
Jamaican-
level
Yeah,
of like
we are like
Yeah.
looking at like
sex.
the city, and it's like the subtitles like
And it
woman
zooms
moaning,
in.
and it's like for so
Yeah.
long, and then it's just like the most intense scene you've ever seen. You're like,
Because we're zoom
Wow.
in to them, and it takes so long. But anyway, the
You-
Jamaicans
can
come in.
What I could say is crazy though about this, because this is like, it's the Mexican cartel versus the
Colombian,
the Haitian. Oh yeah, they're Colombian.
Jamaican. God damn, how are you wrong
on,
and more
dude.
racist?
Well, they're
twice?
they're voodoo, so I assumed
They
Haitians.
call
are
them
so into
Jamaican
voodoo.
in the movie
Oh.
multiple times.
But
Come on.
anyway, this
King
guy,
Willie.
this cartel guy's like penthouse
Yeah,
is like super covered in Aztec iconography,
but yeah, it's
but
Colombian.
like the Predator spaceship is also kind of like Aztec like inspired. It's like a
Yeah.
weird like, it's a mere
The
like a
Predators are, like,
parallel that where
ancient.
you're like, that seems
Yeah.
weird. Because it's like the runes are very. I feel like they derived the Predator like runes from like
Oh, yeah.
kind of Mesoamerican stuff. It's just kind of the style. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's a weird bookend. Even though I'm like, is it?
Well, as we
appropriate?
know from Predator, well, even from Prey and also from Aliens versus Predator, the Predators have been around for a long time and have been worshipped as gods,
That's
including
true.
in the Aztec times. So, duh. Everyone knows. Of course, everyone knows that
Are
the
you
Predators
saying-
in canon have been gone
No,
back
no,
and
but,
were
like,
worshipped by
that was-
men
that
and
was
that
Billy
doesn't
slaves
Eilish.
mean
by
that
us.
doesn't that
Yeah.
doesn't mean like that the predators came down in the year 1500 or like we're gonna start writing like these Mayans and Aztecs.
Well, I mean, who do you think killed the
No.
dinosaurs, Doc?
The Aztecs saw the predator ship and they're like, we should make our houses like that.
Oh, they were okay.
Oh,
You're saying it's like a
Also,
worship
like
of
that's
predator
very
of the
clearly
egg.
like you
Or
thought
the
that the
egg.
Stargate guys came down to Earth and learned from the Egyptians how to build pyramid. You didn't think it was the other way around, that the advanced
You never
society
know.
would teach the primates how to work.
So
Oh, but also we forgot this scene. So before this all happens,
Yeah, I thought we
we're
might have
introduced to
jumped.
Bill Paxton,
Yeah.
who's
oh
also
no,
like
they're doing the
station. We
thing.
go to the-
They're at
Yeah,
the
Josh,
they're at the police
also
station.
you
Yeah.
Josh, you are yelling a little bit too much.
Oh, sorry.
You're like peeking every time.
Bringing the predator out of
So
it.
we're introduced to Bill Paxton, but here's another thing. If you ever watch a 90s movie, if they go to the police station, I can guarantee you that it's going to be the wildest police station of all time. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be...
It's gonna be
There's
Basically
so many
Naked
people
Gun.
in the front of
Yeah.
that police station
Papers are
that
just
it's like a
flying
rock
everywhere.
concert. Yeah.
It's funny
Chaos.
because they set up in this scene. It's a very like you're out of control. The feds are taking over this case. Danny
Yeah.
Glover, like it's like
Yeah.
basically the typical cop has to go rogue type thing. But like that sergeant, I don't think you see him again. I think it's just like
Yeah,
Danny
there's-
At the
Glover on his
beginning of the
own.
movie,
Like
the one who's like, I put my neck out for you.
yeah.
Like, how?
Is-
Why?
yeah.
What was the neck putting out for him? We don't know anything about these guys.
It's
No.
also like Danny Glover did the right thing. Like, someone should have stopped those guys. They're clearly like going to murder 1 billion people if they could have, you know.
Right. It wasn't just
Yeah,
a
but
building
this
full
is
of drug people. It was like regular people lived there too.
Yeah.
This is where he brings in Gary Busey, who's actually playing it pretty normal.
Yeah,
He's
well,
like-
I mean, in the
Yeah.
80s, Gary Busey played it pretty well.
Yeah, I was like, this is
I know.
nice.
It's
But
fun to see. him
but
like
it's the
that.
typical like I'm the Fed, I'm taking this over, don't get in my way, and then it cuts to
Well, no,
yes.
because he goes, "Oh," he goes, "Are you a Fed?" And he goes, "Something like that."
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
there's a
unclear,
mystery
yeah.
about what I do. Yeah, and then we're
Yeah.
introduced to Bill Paxton, who is being as annoying as Bill Paxton can
he
be.
is.
Yeah,
this is
he's
the
very much the character
tannest
from
and
Aliens,
sweatiest.
for
Yeah,
What's
well, and that's a cool
True
thing.
Lies too. He's kind of a True Lies version of himself in this.
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That's the cool thing about this movie is that everyone looks like they're sweating constantly, whether it's
He's
daytime or nighttime.
right.
Or
Through
like
his
they're
blazer,
asleep.
not even through his shirt, through
Yeah.
several layers.
Yeah.
Like he is
And
fully sweat through.
He
yeah.
goes, and so the team is Danny Glover's the head, of course. Then Ruben Blades is like his sidekick and best friend. Then Maria Conchita is the woman who all these movies have action. The tough
Yeah.
girl who's like
The
her first move
aliens
is like,
role.
"Hey, don't touch me, puto."
Yeah.
And then Bill
Grab someone's
Paxton is the
balls.
annoying
Yeah.
rookie. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Bill Paxton's trying to tell her like a disgusting joke, and then she like grabs his balls, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I heard about you, and if you try any of that cowboy shit here, I'm gonna take these." And then she like lets him go, and
Yeah.
then Danny Glover says Bill Paxton is has asked to be transferred here, and usually the only people who do that are cowboys. And then he says in a very cool Danny Glover way, he goes, "Welcome to the war." And then we cut
Yeah.
to the tower with them boning,
That
and I was
is
like,
where
"That's
the
not what I.
crazy
I don't think
scene-
that's what he meant."
The Aztec penthouse.
Yeah.
The voodoo
And
gang
also-
with the
bursts
intense
in.
scene.
Yeah. Also, all that stuff about Bill Paxton, not relevant at all. And so,
Yeah. Almost nothing is relevant in this movie.
yeah. So they have the Colombians tied. Well, the girl is just kind of in the corner, but they have the guy tied up. He's upside down,
They're
and it's
gonna
like,
take his soul in a voodoo
man, the
ritual.
Jamaicans are really. Oh, and then there's a real cool part where he's like, "Hey guys," he's like hanging upside down. He's like, "I give you money. I give you whatever you want." And then the guy goes, "It's not about money. It's about power," because they all have like the thickest Jamaican accents of all time. And so they're about to kill him, and then the predator attacks again. It's like, you're not supposed to attack when they're not paying attention, buddy.
Yeah.
And so this is where we see some of his new toys, because this is the first time we're introduced to the net that cuts through people, and then he
Right,
has the
right.
spear, which is lame and doesn't make any sense. Why would a predator have that? It's like harder to use a spear.
their
He has a
tradition.
spear. And then,
Yeah.
but he has the coolest new addition of all time, a weapon that hasn't been touched. He has a spinning disc that he throws, and it cuts
Yeah.
in through people, and I guess it's like a
Yeah.
boomerang too, and it comes back. But he has to catch it like by his fingers, and he can because he's a predator.
Remember in Alien versus Predator Part 2, they bring that back, but they make it like the size of a person. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh
So
no,
this-
I don't
too
remember
much.
that at all.
It's so big it like pins the girl to the wall. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, just have it be.
They're,
normal.
I mean, I think they all after this have it in one way or another.
Where it's like
Yeah.
a giant
I think it's pretty
shuriken,
cool.
basically.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool weapon.
It's a pretty cool addition. And so yeah, he murders all of them. And then Danny Glover and crew get there, and they're like, "What the hell happened here?" Because it's all full of blood, but they can't find the bodies.
And
then,
they,
of
they
course,
find his knife, the Yautja blade.
Yes, they found the Yautja blade. And then they look. Oh, and then no, it's not the Yautja blade. Don't they just find the spear?
It's like it's just a metal tip. So I think
Yeah, but it has a
maybe
hook.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a knife.
well, it's like the
Yeah,
tip of a
sure.
spear. It's a blade still.
They find
It
an
still
artifact.
cuts.
They find something that's related to the predator, and they're
They
like,
find
"Let's
a
get
poking
that."
device.
And
That's
then they
made
go.
of metal.
They go to the L.A. They go to the L.A. chemist. You know, how police stations have full blown scientists.
Hey, this is 7
Yeah,
years in the future.
a grumpy old woman who's like, "Give me that artifact. We'll cut through all this red
Yeah.
tape together." And you're
Like,
like, "Yeah."
not only am I going to look for blood and like evidence and fingerprints and stuff, but I'm going to try to find out exactly what type of metal this
Yeah.
thing is, because we at the LAPD, we definitely don't
To
run
the source.
murder squads. We're
Yeah.
really on top of the crime.
And it's like, Danny Glover, are you even supposed to be here? You're like kind of on the outs
I know,
of
like,
your
what are
entire
you
squad.
doing?
I don't know.
You're
Yeah.
not even on this case. I do
Yeah.
like that because she's like, "Oh, this is lighter than any metal I've seen," and none of these are on the periodic table, like all the
Yeah.
elements it's made of.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this sci-fi.
It's like that
nonsense.
doesn't even make sense because that's what the
Yeah,
periodic table is.
There would
It's
be
Like
like
85%
hydrogen atoms.
question
and
mark.
stuff.
5%.
Yeah.
Predators
question mark.
wouldn't drink water.
Because they go, because there's a part where it's also cool that's the cool thing about Danny Glover is that he has such a cool voice. Because there's a part where she's like, "Wow, it feels so light," and then he goes, "But it cuts like steel."
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
And she's like so turned
Something
on.
like still
She's
doesn't
like,
cut that
"Yeah.
good. Yeah.
What are you made out of?"
Yeah. This is where
and-
he. This is a crazy. Oh, right. What were you gonna say?
Is this the part where they go?
He goes. The voodoo leader rolls up on him and Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
He like
And
And Bill
calls them,
Paxton's like,
doesn't
"Let
he?
me help," and he's like, "No." He wants no. They want to talk to him.
Okay.
They're looking
Okay.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's cool, 'cause Danny Glover's cool.
30 of their guys just
Yeah.
died in a hilariously.
They
over-the-top
understand that he's a police and they're on opposite sides, but they have a mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
way. Yeah, they're basically like, hey, they want to know is like the world's best serial killer hunting the gang.
Yeah.
Right.
How did
And
this
so they're
happen?
like meet with. Well, at this point, they still think it's Colombians that are fighting them.
Yeah.
And also, if you whatever you think that the Jamaicans' car looks like, it's what it looks like. It's like everything's Rastafarian, and they're just
There's some
smoking
zebra patterns.
so
Yes.
much weed.
So the
Oh
most weed
God.
anyone's ever smoked. It's like even more weed
And also-
than they smoke in the Scary Movie too.
Two of the seats are just backwards, so it's like almost a small limousine. It's a very cool car. It's the coolest car of all
Well, how are you
time.
supposed to have a smoking
And so Danny
circle if you
Glover-
don't have
and then-
people facing each other?
So Danny Glover gets in the car because they say King Willie, the leader of the gang, wants to meet him. And so he does, and when he gets out of the car, he goes, "Hey guys, maybe cut back from the weed a little bit." It's
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
love
such
that
an
scene
old
so
man.
much. No, oh yeah, but whenever
That's
Bill
such an old
Paxton's
man
like,
thing.
"You want me to go?" Like Danny Glover is so cool. He's just like, "Get the fuck out of here, man! You do not know how to
Yeah,
handle
he's like, "I'll
yourself."
see you tomorrow."
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
that
well,
part was cool. I love
yeah.
that scene so much.
He's,
This is always the best part of the
they
entire
do a lot to establish. Like,
Yeah, this is my
that he's
favorite
a
part.
cool cop. Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
where he's like meeting
'Cause then-
him, but
Then he
Yeah.
gets there and he meets King Willie, and King Willie's like, he wants to break her peace. He doesn't want to keep fighting because everyone's killing each other naturally.
Yeah,
But he
He's
also
like the
says like,
second
"There's something
biggest
in the
character.
water."
yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
"There's
he-
something in the water. Something's out here."
Every
And
time
so
I feel the
they're
vibe,
like,
supernatural.
this scene kind of implies that voodoo magic is real and he has access to it because he's dead on. Like with
Yeah.
like he,
Well, Here's the thing. I think voodoo magic is real because every movie that has voodoo magic, it's always kind of proven to work. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
a
seen a
little bit.
movie where someone pretends to be a voodoo priest or something and it doesn't come out in some way or another. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't happen
even at
100%.
least a wink that it's
Yeah.
true. Like,
How could
just it's
every
always something, you know.
It's either that voodoo's real or every screenwriter in the world is lazy. And is that what you believe, Josh?
People love. I
Every
actually,
horror screenwriter who uses voodoo.
Can't
if we
be
had to
everyone,
rank
right?
how real all beliefs are, I think voodoo's at least a little real. There's crazy stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
there's energies in the world. But anyway, he's like, there's
Yeah.
something in the water. And he's like, let's meet and have peace. And then he's like leaving, and then the predator like jumps down. And
This
see, here's
is
another thing where he might be inexperienced because the first predator wasn't ever like he got tricked into falling in water, and that's why because water turns off their invisibility thing. But
Right.
this
Right.
dumb
Right.
predator just jumps in the water and just starts walking towards King Willie, and so he's like turning off as he's walking
this
as his
is
system's failing.
the coolest
And then
scene. It's
King
so
Willie's
because
like,
yeah,
"I'm going to kill you because of like magic power," and he takes out a
Yeah.
sword.
Well, so
what's
why did the predator kill him right now? Because he wasn't really being threatening. Like
Because
the
King
predator
Willie's
had,
the king. He's
yeah,
the
he's
leader
like a
of the
known
pack.
target. Okay. Okay.
As
No,
the
no,
alpha
that makes
male,
sense.
you should
That makes sense.
always be.
I
Yeah,
do think
Killing the
too
other
that the
alpha.
Yautja
Yeah.
understand voodoo, and he knew the voodoo
yeah.
magic.
He
He
could
knew this guy
feel.
had it
He
in
could
him.
feel
Uh,
Yeah.
King Willie.
no, but what's cool, and correct me if I'm wrong, you don't fully see the predator before this scene. Obviously, you see him invisible, but it's like
Yeah.
very like quick.
Uh,
And this scene does the cool thing of it shows his legs disappearing and reappearing as he walks through the puddle,
Yeah.
and then it never fully shows his whole body direct. It pans down to the puddle as it wears off, so you only see the reflection as
Yeah.
like the electricity's popping of it. It's like
that's
the
tight.
best trailer scene. It's so
Yeah.
it's so
It's in
good.
this
I will
cool
say, I mean, the
alley.
movie looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
The movie
Yeah.
looks
It's
so
great.
good. There's like
Yeah.
fog everywhere. There's always
Mhm.
like, it's always like the best lighting. Everyone always looks super cool.
Yeah.
So yes, so yeah, the
100%.
predator, and then it's like a cool part. It's like the best shot in the whole movie because King Willie pulls out his sword, then he screams like ah, and then it just cuts to the predator carrying his head.
Yeah. Oh, and his face is like screaming still.
That's what I'm
Yeah, that was
saying.
so
Yeah, his face
good.
is
like
still
a
screaming.
So good.
It's like a
so
little
cool.
trailer.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. No, 10 out
And
of
so
10.
yeah, and then we watch as the predator like does the whole head ritual, and so we see that, which is always cool. And then that's when what's his name? Oh, and that's when what's the guy's name? Oh, Ruben Blade is also still looking
Yeah,
for
they spend a lot of
He
time
goes
on the
back to
investigation
investigate
here.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
apartment.
There's
Yeah.
a bad scene of the predator seeing a child with like a
Oh, but that's not
lollipop.
till way later.
That's later. That's
No,
later.
no, it's
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
before they get to the subway.
Yeah, but I mean, Ruben Blade is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
right,
graveyard
yeah.
hasn't been graved yet.
Okay, I
Yeah.
did mix up my
Yeah.
squad kills.
Yeah.
You're right.
Josh spoiled the movie as per usual. And so, oh yeah, so then they're like Ruben Blade is looking for it, and then the predator's there, and so he kills Ruben Blade. In a part that's cool because he's about to fall. He's like, "Help me!" And then the predator catches him.
Yeah. Yeah, he like goes
He
back.
gets-
What is
he
he even
gets
trying to
got.
find? He just goes back to the Colombian apartment, right? The kingpin.
They say Danny Glover's like, "Make sure that we didn't miss anything."
So it's just routine
He's like-
maintenance, kind of.
Yeah, it's just like he
Yeah.
didn't even have anything important to know.
Yeah.
And so then Danny Glover's all super sad, and that's when he meets Gary Busey again. And Gary Busey's like, maybe I'm working for something else, but I'm taking over.
Yeah.
And that's when we get to the subway.
Yes, but then the child happens right before that.
Right.
Yes, because they have the
Danny
funeral
Glover
of
goes
Ruben
to visit
Blades.
the grave of his partner, who he came
Yeah.
up with. So he's now mad that he
Yeah.
now has
Yes.
a point to kill the predator. The predator killed his best friend.
Even though he's a billion years older.
And that's how you know the predator.
Yeah.
He's caught the
It was a
attention.
second. It was a
of the
second
predator.
career change.
Yeah, he
Later in
did not. He did not pass that first exam. It took him a very long. And that's when the predator is like stalking him, and there's a kid, and he pulls out a gun, like, but it's a toy gun, and then like the
Yeah.
predator like ignores them, and then the kid's like, "You want some candy?"
Yeah,
And
and
then the
that's
predator
Yeah.
takes that voice.
that scene also made me think of AVP too, because that movie's so tasteless. He would have definitely killed the kid, because that's the kind of movie
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator is.
See, that's Predator
this-
code is that
This
he
movie
doesn't
has
kill
restraint
children. He
and
doesn't kill.
understands predators.
He doesn't kill helpless things like a child. So, he doesn't
So in
kill the
Predator
kid, of
1,
course.
it has been a second, but are there moments in Predator 1 where he doesn't kill like some people that live in the jungle or something?
Yeah.
No, he
in my
doesn't
mind-
kill the girl because she never picks up her gun.
They're rescuing a woman,
Okay.
and then at one point she reaches for a weapon, and Arnold
Yeah.
stops her because he's like, no, because he's like, oh, if you become a threat, it'll.
Yeah,
It'll
he tells
get
her
you. Okay.
he didn't kill you because you were unarmed.
Right.
Guys, this is a pretty good
right.
episode for
Okay.
my accent. I'll tell you that.
Honestly, yeah, we're giving you a lot of space for your shorts.
This
He's
is
really
the
doing a good
closest
job.
you've ever come to sounding like a real person. whenever you do that.
And so the kid goes, and then they go to the subway. It's Bill Paxton and the girl, which is another Predator code. And then there's the most hilarious scene of all time, which is almost out of National Lampoons, because the Predator goes onto the subway, there's like two people messing with someone else.
This is the
And
second
then
best scene
Bill
after King Willie.
Yeah,
This is
Bill
so
Paxton
good.
is like,
This is 10 out
hey,
of 10.
stop. And then they pull like a knife on him, and then every single person on the subway, from like the teens to like the old granny,
old commuters
pull out like huge guns and they point it at the
Dude,
robbers, and they're
It's,
like,
This is
it's
so
literally the
Verhoeven,
joke from
it's
LA
unreal.
Story.
yeah, it's
Like-
that's what I'm saying. Like, if this felt more like out of National Lampoons, but
Yeah.
then they use it to good effect, because then the Predator comes and attacks, and all those people start shooting at the Predator.
And this is the scariest part
Yeah.
with the Predator, because the Predator is like on top of the train, and he's like doing that thing
Yeah,
where
he's,
he's
like,
like
going
crawling in
like
the dark
this.
and he looks all gross. Like, that always gets me.
Yeah.
Whenever something is like small crawling towards you quickly, that's like always scary to me.
Crawling is
Yeah,
gross.
he does.
Yeah.
This is like, they do, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they do a lot of good jobs with what the Predator's doing and how he looks. Like, he still looks
Yeah.
as intimidating as he did the first time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's always that, and Aliens versus Predator does this, but there's always that kind of like, oh, well, everyone's already seen the Predator, so let's just show him off right away. And this doesn't do that, and I think it's better for it.
Yeah, like, this
Um,
one makes him like scary. Like Predator 1, it makes him
Yeah.
seem like intense, but like it's Schwarzenegger, so it's like he's not going to be haunted by something. But like Predator 2, it makes him like
Right.
creepy, like more of like a horror villain than like a monster. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I think it's because he's a little bit more unhinged. And so
Yeah.
then he kills Bill Paxton, and now Bill Paxton has been killed by a Predator, an Alien, and the Terminator. He's one of the
Yeah.
only out of two.
Can-
He's only one of two.
Can we
The
say
other
though?
one's
I
Hendrickson.
actually,
Lance Hendrickson.
I like I actually like his death, because it's almost the inverse of his Alien's death, where in that one he's like crying and screaming, and this one
Yeah.
he actually does like stand up to it and like use literally every weapon.
That's incorrect. In Aliens 2, he is attacking them, and he dies saving everyone's life by shooting them.
He's
and saying,
panicking.
"You want
He's
some?"
panicking as
No,
he
he's
does.
not. He's shooting at the ground as they kill him. God, you guys don't watch
My
shit.
point is, he's brave in this one too.
Well, he's brave in Aliens 2. That's his whole character arc. Is that he
Well-
learns to stand up for his friends after being the
Come
sturdy
on.
cat. Come
Maybe a
on,
little
buddy.
bit.
It's only one of the best movies of all time.
Less so. Less so. He does.
Yeah. But anyway, he gets also
You
murdered.
gonna say he
and-
was brave when he died in Terminator as a
He's
street
not-
punk?
Yeah, he was also brave. He went up against the Terminator and he didn't back down.
He didn't know.
Yeah, it's
He
pretty.
went up
He's-
against a naked
He just
guy.
thought he was about to beat up a naked man.
Yeah, you should have asked more questions, to be honest.
Is that your?
And
dick?
so then they kill him, and then Danny Glover gets there and he notices that the Predator is running in the tunnel, so he starts chasing him. That's when Gary Busey stops him and he's like, "All right, we don't really have a way to explain what's going on, so we're just gonna tell you." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, that's the Predator. He hunts people for sport. Our set's too big for you to really understand it, like we did the first time, but we're just letting
Yeah.
you know." And also here's another thing. So after Arnold turned down the starring role, they actually wanted to bring him back to play the Gary Busey role, which I think would have been a very big mistake, because Gary Busey,
Did you say Arnold?
while intimidated, yeah, he also comes off in this movie like a big moron, and like I don't know. It doesn't fit like Arnold's character from the first one.
Right. I mean, he
Yeah, I
also
mean,
wouldn't be a part
they
of like a
probably wouldn't
group that
have.
was like weird. I don't know.
They
He's
wouldn't have
too.
written it the same
Yeah,
way.
it
too
doesn't
Like
make
brave.
sense that Arnold would be a secret.
they would
Yeah,
have
Yeah.
changed the role for sure. Like,
I
yeah,
don't know.
that
I think
would
it would have been too
They would have
distracting
had
to have
to.
Arnold in
Yeah.
a small role.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also it was like
Um,
money too that he didn't want to
they
do
would
it.
have
Right?
to
So it's
fight
like,
it together at the end.
want to give him a smaller role.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, so then they're like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna hunt him. Like, watch what we do because he's in a meat packing district. And this is also
Yeah.
the first time, like, because they're like, that's how he eats. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess the predator does have to.
Yeah,
eat.
I honestly thought it was
Oh, I
like
missed
Predator
that one.
MREs.
The
didn't
real
think
question is, what does he cook the meat,
But
or does he eat it raw?
Yeah. Does he have
he
a
also.
Yeah.
Does he go like that?
This
That's
is
how
actually
he's
a
been
club
living
from
there for
Seinfeld that
weeks.
was a meatpacking plant in a club.
Yeah,
Then a meatpacking plant
the
again.
same club.
No, but this seems funny because they actually do figure out that the Predator has heat vision, not normal vision.
Yeah,
And it is kind of smart, but I do love like how it goes wrong. Because like basically they're like, hey, we have these cooling body suits that won't show your temperature like outside your body, so we can
Yeah.
sneak
Oh,
up on it and it'll.
Is this the
blind.
blue and the red?
Yeah.
The blue and the red stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that looked
Yeah. And
then the
so
Predator
cool. That was so good.
Just casually switch. It's like he's turning on his like Bluetooth on his phone, just like whatever, and he just switches to like
yeah, he switches like to
like
three
light
different
mode.
ones where he can
He's
see
like,
them.
oh, there
Yeah.
it is.
And it's also very funny because it's like, okay, Gary Busey, I know that now he wouldn't be able to see you, but he would still hear you guys blunking around in there with your like
right.
aluminum suits. Like,
Yeah.
what?
You know, the
this in
freezer
one with
fans
Adrian
were
Brody,
pretty loud.
too?
Maybe
Is that a big part of the plot? Where he like
I
changes
think
the
they
dial?
do, or they do something where
I
he
saw
gets.
the movie once.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get
It
there.
was bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then the predator quickly disposes of all of them.
Yeah.
To a point where you're like, oh, this didn't matter at all. Another thing
yeah.
that didn't matter.
They
There's a
kinda
lot
do-
of window
They
dressing.
do it in a way. It's funny because this is the guy in the like van, the recon van, watching this with Danny Glover is Adam Baldwin.
Yeah.
Just there doing
Oh,
nothing.
yeah.
He's
But
like, my
it's
God, deport them all.
I know.
That's not the right type of alien.
It's the wrong
You know
alien.
that.
But no, like they
He's just
do,
talking to Ruben Blades. He's
they
like,
do
no.
the scene way too long where the technician's like, wait, he's moving. He's behind you. Wait,
Yeah.
stop. It's like that goes on for several minutes. As Danny Glover's like, no, tell them it's like gonna kill them. Like,
It's
wait,
also
hold
like-
on.
It's also like Gary Busey doesn't really react anytime that guy's talking, so it makes it even less.
Yeah.
Like it takes away the stakes.
yeah, like
Um,
it's like his headset wasn't on.
yeah.
So I just didn't know.
So then they start. Then Danny Glover finally catches the predator, and they start fighting. And they like hurt each other. And then there's like a real cool part. See, this is the other thing where I think it really plays on the fact the predator doesn't know as much, because the predator is like he gets his thing stuck in the wall as he's trying to kill, or in the roof. He's trying to kill Danny Glover. And then like he's kind of hanging off. And so Danny Glover's like kind of laughing that he's gonna die, so he
Yeah.
starts setting off the bomb.
He was gonna do the nuke. Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
if you're smart, you're not gonna do the nuke while you don't have the upper hand, or at least like the whole point is that he can't cut off your head.
Yeah, and I will
Yeah,
say
well,
that,
no,
that was
I-
a weird scene because like I actually had forgotten that that's what the nuke buttons looked like. So I actually didn't even know what he was doing. So anyone who hasn't seen Predator
Oh,
1 a bunch
right.
of times, that's a confusing scene because it's like
It,
he's
do-
just
it does
doing
start,
something
it does start
for a
beeping
while,
Really,
and it's like
well,
okay, we haven't seen him
Yeah.
do
You
it.
would-
Like,
you would
so
assume
if he
it's
did
some
it
kind of
another time in
weapon.
the movie, it would have been more sense.
Well,
you
he can't do it at
you
another
can't
time
do a
because it's a
suicide
murder.
Yeah,
bomb.
It's a
no,
murder
that's true.
suicide bomb.
But it's like weird. It's like okay, this is what.
No,
is this?
no, yeah, they don't
But
explain.
you know what
it,
I
but
mean?
Yeah,
You at least you realize
Yeah.
though, as it starts cutting down faster and faster, that something bad is going to happen when it
Yeah.
like hits the end.
Yeah.
Like something's going to go off.
See, and I think this is the main difference between Predator 1 and Predator 2. Because Predator 1, I mean, they're both fun movies. But once a Predator attacks in Predator 1, it's like, oh man, these guys are out of their element. Everyone's scared. Everyone's
Right.
like freaking out. Like they don't, like people are going crazy, like the bald guy, Ron Duke. And then
Yeah.
you have like the Billy who's like,
Bill-
we gotta
yeah.
kill it. There's no man.
Yeah.
But in this one, like even after the predator attacks, like including in this neck, and the reason I'm prefacing this because the next scene is that once they cut off his hand, the predator's hand, Danny Glover, he's like trying to get down the building, but while he's doing that, the predator has broken into a restroom
Like
to
a
like
tiny
clean up
bathroom.
his hand.
I
Yeah,
loved it. Yeah.
and so he's using predator stuff to like
he's
fix
cauterizing
himself.
the wounds.
Right.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead.
Well, I think that this is what we're talking about. Like, this is what I've wanted to say the entire time. Is like
Yeah,
in Predator One, like yeah, as soon as he starts attacking, you know he's just a predator after Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's like maybe he's gonna fight some
Yeah.
army guys or like whatever. It's like it's so clear what the deal is. And this one, it's like, is he anti-drug? Is he anti-crime? Is he anti-cop? Who is he after? Like, you have no idea what the predator's like intentions are in this movie, so it's like confusing.
I assume
You know what I
you
mean?
just know he's killing. He's just killing like.
yeah. I
It's like
think
not as
that is the
compelling.
thing
It's like not
because
as cool.
No,
he
I
doesn't
agree.
have a clear goal because it's like
Yeah.
he's just kind of killing whoever he comes across. But like in the
Right.
original Predator, and maybe that one just got lucky because it's like, oh, he's killing the best of the best.
Right.
But it's like, is Bill Paxton really the best of the best? You know,
No
What's
way,
funny
he's a
too is
lunatic.
because there's like a cop's
Yeah.
funeral in the middle. The Predator was just hanging out for like a week or two while they made the preparations.
Yeah.
It's like funerals
Yeah.
don't happen the next day.
like when there's like that scene
Right.
where in Predator One where they like have to kill Carl Urban and it's like takes forever because they're all like giant monsters of men. But in this
Yeah.
one, like Ruben Blades, like he's just a normal guy. Like he has a divorce and you know he's got alimony.
Yeah.
It's like that's not really. It's like this guy's hunting cows, you know, and the other guy was hunting tigers.
But that's
Right,
like
exactly. It just
that's
seems
when they
why are you here?
Yeah. So he's like putting on the thing to fix himself, and then there's like an old lady, and
Oh
she's
yeah,
walking
she has
out
like
and-
a broom and she's
yeah,
like
she has
coming at
like,
her.
and
at
she's
her-
like,
She's trying to wake up her
Harold,
deadbeat husband.
there's someone in the garage. And also Danny Glover's like, when he's climbing down, he's like, maybe I'll just fall and die and get lucky. And it's like, you guys aren't taking this giant 10-foot tall monster as seriously as I feel you
Right.
should be. But I also think that like putting him in the city is so ridiculous that there's not really a way
But
to
like
take that.
you
as
almost
seriously
have
as
to
the
make it
first
a
one.
joke
I
because
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like there's a mystique to the first Predator where it's like, oh, even these like psycho JSOC guys can't handle this like creature.
Yeah,
But in the
Right.
second one, it's almost like, oh, LAPD cops seen it all. Like it's like that's almost like this doesn't phase him because that's how
Yeah.
crazy like being a cop in LA is. You
yeah.
know?
This is way more of that. Yeah,
It's yeah. So it's like
it's that
I get
Ninja
it.
Turtle thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
But it does become particularly comical as the Predator breaks through the bathroom door and then Bugs Bunny runs through the next door as he's like fleeing this
Yeah.
like tiny bathroom.
And the lady's like,
And then
Danny
Danny
Glover jumps
Glover-
in there.
yeah.
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 And so
Yeah,
they.
He goes, all right, I'm a cop. It's all right, I'm
Yeah.
a cop. And she goes, I don't think he gives a
cares?
shit.
Yeah.
It's just like-
And Harold never wakes up. I think he might
I
be dead.
know.
this is
Oh.
like
He might
this
be,
is a
yeah.
Verhoeven movie.
Yeah.
It really.
I'm telling
And
you.
so they
Yeah.
eventually find themselves on the ship, and that's where they have their fight. Oh, and then Danny Glover just has the disc now, and he's just fighting with it. So they
yeah,
have a big
I
fight
like that
on
it
the ship.
becomes his weapon. You know,
And
That's
they get
kinda
to the
cool.
ship, and this
Rocks.
is where
The
this
ship
is
is
the
so cool.
scene. Yeah, it's so big. It's like a
very
matte painting.
Aztec
Yeah.
inspired, as we
Yeah.
said earlier.
And it's very
And this is where he finds his favorite thing, where he gets to this launched like a million theories because he gets to
This is
the
the
trophy
reason
wall, and
we have
there's a
some real bad
skull,
movies.
and then there's like a dinosaur skull, and then there's like a random alien skull, and then there's an
Yeah.
alien from Alien
the
Skull
xenomorph, yeah.
in the middle.
AVP.
And that like as soon as that
Yeah.
and this is like the comic book had already launched, and so they were like they had actually asked some of the comic book guys to look at the movie and they or look at the script, and they were like, oh, you should put the alien head in there, that'd be cool. And so that's kind of
Yeah.
how it started.
Which
And then it would
we-
take like
which is
30
funny.
years to make the sequel.
It is funny, and I
Yeah.
assume we'll cover these soon, but it is very funny how
Not
the
soon.
idea the idea of an Alien versus a Predator makes like for a really cool video game, but a pretty bad movie. You know, like it's just kind of funny where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to play that. I don't know if I want to
No,
watch a
I think it would
movie.
make a
See that
cool
go
movie.
on.
It's just not by the people who
Well,
made that
they
movie.
haven't.
Like you make it seem like Paul W. Anderson is just
Fool me
making
twice.
hits out of hits.
Shame
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
me.
I mean, the first one was directed by Paul W. Anderson, and the second was directed by the Skyfall guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and say they didn't get a fair shot.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
Maybe,
anyway, so
maybe
yeah.
Badlands will turn it around because it is actually a crossover game. So.
Then they fight. And then he kills them, and that's where we get our second piece of lore, which is like a bunch of predators have just been in the ship chilling. I guess I don't know what they were doing in there,
Yeah.
but they all come
Invisibiling.
out and they're like, they get the body and they take it away, and then the Danny Glover's like, all right, who's next? And then they just kind of
Yeah.
leave,
Yeah.
and then the main one throws him a gun. And this is also like this. We talked about this in the Prey one, so this is the preview. But he throws him a gun, and he looks at it and it says like 1818. But it's also the gun that they throw in Prey, which makes no sense. Like, does he
Right.
get it back from the girl? Like, what?
I was like, wait, she has that at the end of Prey, right? Because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, she kills
I guess they killed her.
the young Yalja successfully.
I like
Came back
Prey.
and killed her. Yeah.
I
Go
like
back
Prey,
and get her.
and I like. I'm excited for Badlands, but I think that guy's worst thing is anytime he tries to connect it to the Predators
Doesn't quite
franchise,
link.
he does something stupid as hell, like throwing the gun. Like, what happens now?
What if
And
it's
then
what if
in
it's
that
Fry's
terrible-
dog?
In that terrible cartoon, they show that the Predators have recaptured Danny Glover and Arnold Schwarzenegger and have frozen them.
Oh.
And it's
Oh,
like, no, that goes against their whole culture. Like, if you survive, you survive. Like, they let you.
That's
Right.
like in Saw, where they
They're
kept
just
having to
major
change
bros.
Jigsaw's rules, where he's like, actually, you have to
Yeah.
do another test just because they wanted
Yeah.
the same actors to come
Like,
back.
what sets Predators apart is they have the honor code. So if you take away the honor code,
Yeah.
then they're just kind of monsters
Well-
who do whatever.
Well, what you
know?
can
Right.
add, what they can add to the next one is a scene where you actually see that little pistol in a museum in like 1988, and the predator just breaks it and steals it and runs.
It's
away.
like, there's my pistol. It's
totally
like-
It's like
unrelated.
psychological
it
warfare
cuts
on
to
these
the
motherfuckers.
It cuts to the museum, and there's like an even bigger predator, and he's holding that predator by the ear, and he's like, "Stop giving away my stuff!"
Yeah,
And then they take it and they go away.
yeah. So I'm
Also-
hoping Badlands covers this.
Much-
honestly.
Yeah.
Much bigger predator, which would continue to be the franchise's only idea for the next two installments. Yeah, Predator 2 is cool. It's just like, it's not as cool as 1,
Yeah.
but it's a really fun
100%.
time. It's kind of like, what's another movie that's like this?
It
Kind of like the
also-
Fast and Furious franchise, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Well, I feel so. One thing I read on the Wikipedia was that they wrote the script in 3 weeks. Like, they kind of just conceptualized it and then just like wrote it really fast. But the whole time I was watching it, it kind of felt like you'll hear these stories sometimes where like a franchise movie was actually just going to be like a regular action movie, and then they adapted it to be like a Fast and the Furious or a James Bond or like whatever. And this felt like it was just
Right.
kind of like a cop movie that they transformed into a Predator movie. And it didn't really feel like it was totally a Predator movie. I don't know. Is that, you know what I mean?
It was like the writer already had an idea for like a serial killer in LA, like script,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then told
Right.
that he could do this. And he's like, wait,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can kind of do this already. Like, I already have
Yeah.
this script.
yeah,
I don't know. I think it works more than it doesn't. I think it's a lot of fun.
yeah. I think it's
I
good.
think it's a lot of
I
fun.
kind of
for
think
sure.
talking about it was funner.
It's
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
comic book trashy.
Totally. Like,
Yeah, it definitely
I love,
feels- I
everyone
mean-
who gets shot up gets shot the hell up. You know, it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, which is it's kind of like, yeah. And I think it just becomes, I think everyone's like doing a really good job acting wise. I think the movie has its own cool enough ideas that separates it from the original that you're not really bored. And so, yeah, I think it's a fun time. I think it's good. I think also, like, we talk about the rest of the franchise, but Prey was really good. So I am excited for Badlands. I am going to go watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Elle Fanning, always
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
excellent actress.
Yeah, Elle Fanning. When has she made a bad movie?
I can't think of one.
But
That's
yeah.
right.
So next week we're going to talk about another movie coming out next week, but the original version of it, and some will say the better version of it, including me. We'll see you guys next time on the Bump Squad.
The
Go watch
Yautja
Predator.
Squad.
Yeah, the Yautja
It's
Squad.
us.